Hi everyone, it's Nicole Rayel. Today I would like to share with you what I learned while I was exploring different wedding rituals between America, India, and Laos. First, I picked America because I live in America and I had an American wedding. This is me and my husband here. And then I picked Laos because I have a friend that is going to be married to a man with Lao culture, and they're planning on having a Lao wedding. So I wanted to learn more about that. And then I picked India because I've always heard a lot about Indian weddings, and one day I would like to experience one and go to one because they seem like a lot of fun and really interesting. So I wanted to learn more about the reasons why they have such long weddings and why it's so extravagant. So first, while I was researching the wedding rituals in America, I learned that, we all come from different cultures and different religions, or you might not have a religion, but I included pictures of Christian weddings, Catholic weddings, Jewish weddings. This is a wedding that looks like it might be in a wedding magazine. It's the stereotypical like wedding industry, what you think of. And then I have Vegas weddings and a city hall elopement wedding. And so we all might have our different reasons of why we might have our wedding somewhere for different circumstances. But the one thing that I found is the majority of all of the American weddings have a white dress and a groom in a tux or a suit or just nice clothes. And in my research, I found that this white dress all comes down to a ritual held in America. And this ritual comes from, um, it's supposed to represent purity and new beginnings. And the exchange of rings also represents internal commitment between partners. And our textbook states that similarity in behavior over time creates cultural traditions and rituals that pass on cultural values. Thus, the patterns of behavior and rules for living enriched in cultural traditions and rituals have some stability and longevity. So, because we have had this wedding ritual of it's all over media, so it's just put into our heads like this is what you do when you get married. And it's been around for so long that so many people just take this on as a tradition of this is what you are supposed to do. Next, I researched Indian weddings. And what I found through India is that there's different types of religious diversity in wedding ceremonies, but they're vibrant colors that they use, the orange and the red and the yellow, all of that really stays the same throughout. And that they're also have 3 or more days that they have a whole wedding celebration. One of the pre-wedding events is called a Merini, and it is where brides will have the henna painted on their hands and their feet. And there's also a ceremony called haldi, which is this one right here in the middle. And that is where you mix a paste of turmeric and milk and you put it all over their bodies. And usually their like families will help them, but they do it to each other. And this is to ward off evil spirits, to prepare them for, the next day of when they're going to get married so that they have no like bad juju coming in. And then when they are getting married, there's a ritual that they do where they walk around a fire, a holy fire, 7 times. And this is to show their commitment to each other, kind of like our rings. But it's supposed to be in front of the holy fire that serves as a witness to their commitment to one another. And I thought this was really interesting. Also, what differs from American weddings is the use of color. And so we usually in America will wear white to symbolize purity, whereas in India, they wear red to symbolize fertility. And it's because red is associated with Mars, and Mars is in Hindi astrology. Um, it symbolizes fertility. So they correlate those to each other. And so you'll see a lot of red. But then I also read that in recent years, more modern Indian weddings are going to more like pastel and modern colors, less vibrant. So I thought that was really interesting that it's like slowly changing to evolve with the times. Also, you'll see a lot of garments and like different earrings and jewels all over the brides. And our textbook says that Indian body adornment includes necklaces, nose rings, finger rings, adornment belts, wrist bracelets, and wrist anklets, many times made of gold. For Indian women and Indian families, jewelry is not an adornment, it is also a sign of status and a method of ensuring financial security. So, what is a time that you will see a lot of people? At your wedding. And so they invite a bunch of people from the community, and that's one way of showing like how well off that their family is having all these jewels and being decked out, and it's kind of just showing like a status. And so the next wedding ritual that I learned about was from Lao. And unlike the other two that I researched, there's less religious diversity. In Lao, it's more about Buddhism, and more people collectively all worship that way. And so this creates a unique set of traditions and rituals because it's based in one set religion. And during these ceremonies, there's a spiritual element during the weddings where there is a ritual where there's this item in the middle. It's called a basi ceremony. And then there's these white strings that come off of the flowers, and then they wrap it around the wrist. And it's a very communal, community-based practice that's supposed to wish the couple good luck. And I thought it was really cool. I know my friend has done it a few times. And they also do it for other things like funerals, baby showers. It's just any next chapter in your life, they'll hold one of these ceremonies. And so in our textbook, um, it says in Hofstede's Value of Dimensions, Laos culture is collectivism. People from collectivistic societies value social cohesion and social stability. So you can see how their values of community and collectivism is really shown in these rituals, because it's a thing that they all do together, and they all come together and show that they're showing this couple well wishes and support. And so, in conclusion, we explored each different ritual, and we covered symbolic ritual of wearing the white dress in the USA, and the seven circle ritual in Indian weddings, and then the Basi ceremony in Lao. Each culture brings their own set of practices and reflects on their own individual individual beautiful cultural histories, values, and beliefs. Although these cultures may differ in their rituals, there's one thing that remains the same. Weddings are a time to celebrate the love of two individuals that are starting a new life together. Thank you.